Now, the impact of the pandemic on children's mental health has been described as a crisis on top of a crisis that would only be realised once teachers saw children back in the classroom.
And with a concerning rise in anxiety, depression and even self-harm, we went to see how teachers are tackling the issue now that the school gates have opened once again.
Stress.
In the UK today,
Depression.
an estimated 5 children in every classroom
Anxiety.
has a mental health problem.
Coming in and out of lockdown, there was so much uncertainty and I was so overwhelmed that I just set myself off and go into a panic attack, which is not great.
I was just getting really stressed out with tests, and I was getting stressed out with friendship groups because I didn't really have any friends at the time.
I started to develop some kind of movements and voluntary, and later found out that they were tics, and as time passed over the year they gradually got worse and worse.
It was taking my attention away from lessons and I felt like, you know, I wanted the ground to swallow me up.
In a recent survey by the charity Young Minds, 80% of the young people asked agreed that the pandemic had made their mental health worse. 1 in 4 17-year-old girls are thought to have self-harmed in the last year, while suicide remains the most common cause of death for boys and young men. All of which explains why so many schools are now putting in place new measures to support pupils with their mental health. Nathalie Richards runs EduKit, a not-for-profit organisation helping to ensure all students can access life-changing support in order to achieve their potential.
What we wanted to do was to work with schools and come up with a survey that would help schools not only to understand how students were feeling about themselves, their lives and their future, but also why they might have issues that they're experiencing, and which parts of their lives schools might be able to support in.
Students across the UK have completed more than 200,000 EduKit wellbeing surveys over the last 5 years, initially online, but now through an EduKit app.
So one key feature is the ability for students to effectively raise the alarm if there is something going on with them that means that they need to reach out for instant support from their school. 24/7 on their terms.
This is one of 60 UK schools now using the app. And it was one of the first schools in the country to set up its own wellbeing centre to specifically target pupils' mental health.
For us as a school, in terms of students' mental health and well-being, we feel that we have a duty to equip them and to empower them to be able to self-assess and then self-regulate themselves. We've got a well-being program. We have tailored individual sessions, so the children are also able to have one-to-one sessions with a member of the well-being team.
And the students are reaping the benefits.
When I started visiting the Wellbeing Centre, I found I could focus more when I actually did go to class, and that helped me to remain calm. It makes you feel like really safe.
It's made me more comfortable with myself, and it's also made my mental health easy to get a hold of, so it's easier for me to calm myself down in situations where I become stressed or anxious.
It's also a place where students can support each other.
So through the Wellbeing Centre I was asked to be a mentor to younger kids, and it's actually quite lovely to talk to them and to be someone who's a little bit older, a little bit more understanding of what they're going through. They kind of relate to you more than a teacher.
A resource like this, combined with being able to report how they're feeling on the EduKit app, has left these pupils feeling much more positive.
Yeah, I feel a lot more in control of everything that's going on around me compared to last year, so it's nice to feel control in things.
It's about how you feel a lot, because when you feel good, you perform well.
Hello, Mr. Barlow here.
But as one school in Manchester has discovered, it's not just getting students to open up that has benefits for mental health. Each week, staff at Phillips High School in Whitefield share their feelings in a podcast hosted by PE teacher Jack Barlow.
Listening to the teachers at our school open up themselves, I thought that would really encourage them to open up about the way that they're feeling as well.
Every single person will go through some kind of mental health issue within their lifetime, which is totally normal.
I've had numerous teachers, some talking about the stress that they encountered, anxiety, what they went through and how they overcome it. We're on social media, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, because that is the way that pupils and young people now get all of their information. So the response has been fantastic, to be honest. It's been really, really amazing to hear some pupils talk about how they've listened to it, how it's helped them, and how they've actually opened up and spoke to people around them to seek that help that they needed.
Measures like these, along with so many others being introduced at individual schools, mean that pupils' mental health is being prioritised like never before.
The students have a voice where they actually feel that they are not alone, and it's okay to not feel okay all the time. If we give them all the tools to be able to do that, I think, well, I've done my job.
We need to open up and we need to talk about the way that we are feeling. Stop being embarrassed and open up, because it could really save somebody's life.
I think that is so great. It's such a great idea to get the kids to open up like that and discuss it. And teachers as well.
Exactly, the connection between the two, it's vital, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.